Tiff, back again. Long time no see. I'm coming to you today to do a little art journaling. I look around my desk and I see how many scraps and little pieces and parts of torn off collage bits and so forth. And so that's pretty much what's driving this journal page today. I'm showing you that the reason that I've been absent is because I had to have surgery on my left wrist. I had my surgery November the 28th. And it was from an injury from August, so it was quite a long ordeal, but I'm glad to be back. I tore the cartilage in 2 places in my wrist and had to have that repaired. So I just got the A-OK last week to be able to take my brace off. So what I'm just showing you, that was a piece of wrapping paper that I picked up at Tuesday morning. And had a little trimmed off piece that was sitting on my desk, so I've been wanting to incorporate that into a journal page. And this journal is a journal that I made from all different types of recycled books and file folders, things of that nature. I'm using the Yoo-Hoo glue stick. Those who are familiar and watch my videos, that is one of my go-to adhesives there. This was just a little inky piece that was hanging out from some previous something that I did. I know that we all have little pieces and parts of projects, and so I thought, why when you're cleaning up your desk, which I desperately need to do, why not take those bits and pieces and kind of incorporate those into your journal page. So that was on deli paper. Excuse me. Deli paper, so it's really easy to collage down. So, and then this was just a little inky piece of paper from a little pad of paper that I had, like a little notebook, and I thought I was going to use it, but I decided against it. And now I'm using my Liquitex gesso. It had a little glob at the top. I had to get it there. And probably put a little bit more than what was necessary, and I'm using a palette knife just to kind of incorporate, especially if you have a lot of different colors. I really intended, right, but my intention didn't play out. I really didn't expect to have all of that top inky painted top there covered, but well, it happened, so I just went with it. So probably a little too liberal there with the gesso. And here I'm taking a skewer, like a barbecue skewer or a kebab skewer, and I'm just digging around in there, making some nice textured lines. If you've ever been with a retreat with me, you kind of know I like to play around with that a little bit. So I found this little card that some sweet person, I can't remember, I think it was Catherine maybe, sent me in Happy Mail. And I really like neutral like colors. It kind of looks like ledger. If anybody knows where I can find some more of that, let me know. But yeah, it was just a little washi tape sample thing she had sent me in some Happy Mail. And then I also am using here Deco Arts media. I think it's Deco Arts Liquid Media, their media line, which I really, really like. I really love their colors. They're a lot more affordable than like gold. Excuse me, guys. I'm trying to record this here, and the dogs are having a little fit. Sorry about that. But their Deco media line, that is a really good affordable way to get some really nice pigmented colors that are similar to Golden's fluid acrylics. And they sell them, I believe, at the like Hobby Lobby and etc. And this was what color was that? I can't think of it right now. But that was a little golden sampler thing that Golden sent me for one of my retreats, I believe. And then I'm also using some Liquitex basic, I believe that was titanium white or something. Buff, God, let's see. I'm in the other room and I don't know what I'm even talking about. And then I'm just digging around in that again, getting some really neat textures. I like that look. So anytime you have like dried paint on top of wet paint, you can dig around in that. And then of course using my all-time favorite inks here. This is Indigo. Sorry guys, I'm not sure what's going on with my throat. Good night. People were like, we want to hear you talk, and now I sound like a bullfrog. I think it's the weather here. It's actually been cold, and that's something we're not used to. We're on day 3 now of it not getting above 50 degrees. And I'm taking that ink and just kind of playing with it and seeing where it wants to go. Playing around with the skewer there and seeing what it kind of turns into and where I want to go from there. This, I went and grabbed the Liquitex inks, and this one is violet, I'm pretty sure. And my thought process is I had a lot of kind of lighter colors, and I wanted to bring some depth and kind of contrast to the piece, and it was right there, so that's really why I grabbed it. And now I'm taking a little gesso because I think there's some opportunity there if you're not careful to end up with a big blob of dark stuff. And as you can see, when I rub my finger over that and where I'd already kind of etched into with the skewer, how you kind of see that, I like that in the top corner there. And also it gives you an opportunity to play with different colors and figure out what you like side by side, what kind of works well together. And then I went back and thought, nah, I'm going to do something a little more random than circles. Kind of let that flow. You do have to be a little careful if you have some collage bits because of that water. It will make it easier to tear the paper a little bit. But sometimes that can be interesting all in itself. So I had my Prima oil pastels there and just going through just some random interesting marks. This is a new stencil that I got and I had not used. I'll link all of the supplies in the very bottom. And that little thing was from me having an MRI on my wrist, and I was like, ma'am, what are you gonna do with those extra sponges? And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, no, I'm weird. So I told her what I was going to use it for. She was like, oh, I'll save some for you. I'm like, man, that's like an hour away. But I decided to go back with white because it would make an interesting contrast with the darker colors that we have, bringing in some light back into it. Art in most senses can be just a play of darks and lights and contrast and interesting marks, and that's what I like. So. And as you notice, I randomly just flipped the stencil around and kind of, used parts of it. And this is me just showing you some of the, I think it looks pretty cool myself. So I will point out the fact that when I use a stencil or something, I try to bring it and attach it together in somewhat so your eye kind of flows around the page, opposed to just going one spot and then go into another spot and then go into another spot. I kind of try to bring it together, if that makes sense, and connect them, overlap them, make lighter and darker spots onto the canvas or onto the journal for this matter. And this is just a stamp that I've had for a long time, and I got it at Goodwill. And I really like the saying, and of course I left it in the other room, and I ended up just using it for a little textural, and then decided I would actually stamp it into the corner there, and kind of bring that as a a little quote to the page. I took that Prima pastel, which by the way I really like those. If you're not a oil pastel person, I'm not. It's a new medium for me to kind of use, but those are really good quality pastels that are really easy to use. And here I'm just going back in with the white Signo ball pen. That's my favorite Uniball white pen. It's really easy to write with on top of acrylics. And then I'm going to go in here and just write a quick little something, and I said, I forgot I wanted to say this, so I added that to it. And really, for the most part, that's gonna be my page today. So I'm glad to be back. I hope to be able to put more videos out there for you guys. Let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like for me to make a video on. And again, if you're not subscribed, please do so. Comment below and give me the thumbs up. I can't believe I have over 4,000 followers now, so I would love to be able to see 5,000 or 6,000 by the end of 2017. Thank you all for joining me. Have a good day.